called Halloween Kills for y'all, the latest installment in the Halloween franchise. This movie was shit.
Now, before you do that, one,
I'm sorry, what?
we were drinking a bunch. 2, there was 19 people around, very distracting. 3, I missed 45 minutes of the movie because I was inside talking to one of our friends about having children. So we didn't really get a good sample size of this film at all. Now, I rewatched the film.
Okay.
I rewatched the film. And I...
Oh, yeah. You rewatched it on your own outside.
This movie sucks.
No, quite the opposite.
So we don't even need to summarize it. We don't even need to summarize it.
It's another Halloween movie. It's the latest installment. Let's break it down. Fico, obviously, you have a lot of positive emotions about Halloween Kills. So please step into my boardroom. Go ahead and give your positive review of this movie.
So what this movie does is it really is an ode to the first one. They bring back some characters. They bring back the survivors of the original Halloween 1978. That was a good touch. Tommy Doyle there, even though he was kind of annoying. The nurse that escaped in the beginning, she comes back. And what this movie really does is you knew there was going to be another one. They said it last, or maybe 2 years ago before COVID, they were going to do Halloween Kills and they were going to do Halloween Ends. Okay? Within subsequent years, which I believe they're both already, the new one is already filmed also. Go ahead. Question.
Is that next one that Halloween Ends officially going to be the last one?
Depending on who wants to resurrect the franchise, because like Rob Zombie resurrected the franchise and kind of did his own spin on it. Halloween 2018 came out, that was kind of tied into this story. So honestly, as long as Jamie Lee Curtis wants to keep making movies, if she's still alive by the end of the next one, which we'll get to.
Right.
If she's still around, who knows who wants to make a reimagining. The thing with Michael Myers is you clearly can't kill him. And that's been the reason why we've had Halloween Resurrection, Halloween H2O, Halloween this, that, kills, ends, whatever. Right. You have all that. Right. So,
wait, what the hell is Halloween H2O? Is that like in a fish tank?
No, Halloween H2O is a good
Halloween
one. That's
H2O
Halloween 20 years later. So Halloween 20, H2O.
H2O.
And that one's
keep
that one's great. And that's the first one that Jamie Lee Curtis came back to after Halloween 2. So that was like everyone's like, oh man, like this gotta be it. It's never it. And then you have the one with Busta Rhymes in it. This story can go on forever.
Oh yeah, I remember
what
that
I liked about this movie is they made no buts about it. You knew there was going to be another one after this. So this movie was just literally going to be Michael just going out and just murking people. And for that sense, I liked the movie because all it was just good old-fashioned killing. If you thought there was going to be some grandiose plot, nah, son, wait till the next one because that's what's going to go down. What this movie did was just show that Michael's a heartless bastard. Some poor guy had to jump out of a window because of an angry mob. It was almost like it was good. I just enjoyed what this movie did because it's showing that Michael can't die, and that's like if we miss some of the dialogue between Jamie Lee Curtis and the cop when they were side by side in the hospital, they're basically going like, listen, like this guy is not going to die unless we like legitimately take his head off and do whatever. We got to bust this guy up real good. But every time he kills, he gets stronger. Which makes me think in the next one, Halloween Ends. Halloween isn't going to end because Michael Myers dies. Halloween's going to end because Michael's finally going to get freaking Laurie Strode and have his way with her. He's gonna plunge that knife into his sister. And the sad thing is, she could have avoided this whole thing because the whole time, all he wanted to do was just reunite with his estranged sister. Very sad. And she turned the knife on him. If anything, this could have been prevented. So as far as I'm concerned, she deserves everything that she gets. But anyway, I digress. The movie for me, it worked because it did take odes from the original. They did have some flashback scenes. They brought back some characters, which I enjoyed. Was it the best Halloween movie? No. Nothing's going to be, in my opinion, like the original. The original did so much with so less. It had a $300,000 budget. There's barely any blood at all in it. And it just lived off of... I think there was only 2 spots of color in it. And it preyed off of just suspense and just emotion and all that. These new ones, they have to resort to hokey deaths and, funny storylines. For what this movie's worth, I give it a 6.9. I'm not All right, do we do the decimal point things here? No. All right, so I give it a 6.
We don't do decimal.
Round up.
I give it a
7.
6.
Oh, you want it down?
Yeah. Wow, you went down.
It's not the best, but I still enjoyed it. It was still a
Right.
fun time of killing. But I'm waiting for the next one. I need the next one to happen. And I just know that one of you guys is gonna give it a fucking 2. So gotta save some face. Give it a 6.
So, I'll let me go next.
Go next. You can go next.
Let me go next. Let me go next because my I feel like my review is kind of in between you two. So I guess for me it's really just I agree with a lot of things that you said, Angelo. I have some questions because again, so your review I take a little more biased because you've been a fan of the Halloween franchise for a very long the whole way. So obviously it's even if it's a terrible fucking movie, you're at least gonna appreciate that it's Michael and it's all
and
shit
listen,
and,
Halloween
all this
3
stuff.
doesn't even have Michael Myers in it. But if you take that away, if you know that kind of going in, it's still a fun horror movie. So I'm always gonna give these films their a D. Besides Halloween Resurrection and Halloween 2, the Rob Zombie one, they're all decent. Those two are just garbage. Yeah. This is better than both of those. Sir.
Gab, yes.
Yes, thank you. Fico, did you just say that in Halloween 3 he's not in it?
No, they went a different way with the storyline. That's called I think it's called the Season of the Witch, and he's not in it. No one really knew about it, but now that you know that, if you haven't seen it, take a look at it, and it's not a terrible Halloween. They diverted from the script there. They brought him back for the 4th one, and he's been there ever since because they know that Michael is the money. Michael is money.
Who was the killer in the 3rd Halloween?
Yeah, it's a bunch of fucking creepy witch. It's.
I've never seen that one.
It's.
Was Jamie Lee Curtis in that?
No. Jamie Lee did not come back until I believe Halloween H2O. So they
just made a
4th and a 5th.
So they made a Halloween. But they made a Halloween 3. Okay, Ramel's getting happy. So they made a Halloween 3, used the IP and the name, did not have Jamie Lee Curtis, did not have Michael Myers, but they were still like, we promise it's Halloween, go see it.
Essentially.
What year did that come out? That I will see. That I want to see.
Why do you want to see that?
If that kind of a fracaso was put in theaters, like the audacity to do that,
see what?
I really just want to see it to know that it exists because that just seems so disrespectful to your own brand.
1982.
Isn't it the 80s? Yeah, that's good. That almost seems to me like an After Dark.
I really want to spare you guys from watching that one for an After Dark because that's gonna get out of hand. We might not even finish that.
I love like if we have any, I can't wait. I really want us to start making some merch because I want some After Dark merch and just something that just highlights how we've been talking about After Dark since the inception of this podcast, and we are on episode 100, and there's only been one.
And we've only done
because I think the one After Dark that we did took years off of our life because we had to record it 7 times.
It did.
We literally we
don't have that footage anymore, do we?
We probably do, but we had to stop because there's a lot.
No, I actually
there's a lot of questionable things that were said that we just can't say that. Can't say it on the radio.
Yeah, I have some stuff. I have some stuff saved. I think so. I can.
Then that's not After Dark. That's the Lost Files.
Yeah, that's for if any of us make it to politician status. If we want to take us down, that's
yes, correct.
That's probably it. Yeah. All right, so Fico said 6 for this whole.
I'll give it a 6.
Okay, yeah. Ramel, keep going. Sorry.
So all I was saying was, because of Angelo's bias, I take his review, as that. As a person, me, who is not a fan of the Halloween franchise, I don't think that it's a bad franchise. I'm not against it. I prefer Mike Myers to Jason. I think I don't like Mike, to me, the story of Halloween is a better story to me than the camp at
I never
whatever.
was a big Friday the 13th guy. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they had their place. They're fun movies. Again, there's a lot of fun killing and gore in them. But I've never been a fan of the Jason Voorhees story. Freddy is a compelling figure, so that's why I love the Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. So now Freddy is one that I can get behind as a good battle to be for me the two of my favorite
we got a Freddy versus Jason movie somehow. If we could just get Michael involved,
we do.
Things could really pan out.
Did Michael do any? I
don't know if he's done any
verses?
crossover films. I don't think so.
He hasn't done any verses. We've gotten Predator. We've gotten
those
Alien.
are the only two: Alien versus Predator, and
no, we got Jason
versus Freddy. And that's it. Those are the only two.
When Jason,
that's it. I feel like
Jason was in space, did he come across anything out there? Anything like a leprechaun or anything like that?
Yo, I would like to see a Leprechaun versus. That would be cool.
Leprechaun is a sick.
There should be a Leprechaun
versus. And Chucky, bro.
Because that also is another franchise.
Is doing work.
Leprechaun versus Chucky. Leprechaun versus
Chucky.
Chucky.
Sign me up for that.
See.
Oh, it has Hollywood slept on that idea. That is a superb movie.
And the thing is, like, Chucky's gaining new legs. He's got a series, I believe, on Sci-Fi or AMC. One of the two has a Chucky series now.
Sci-Fi.
And it's like, Chucky's got this credibility now. I would like to see him. I would love to see a Leprechaun Chucky. That could be just.
To be honest, I think the original versus should have been Mike versus Freddy. Because I think those two are the bigger
horror
of the two, and then maybe you put Jason versus the Scream Killer.
You know what? You want to bring Ghostface in? Ghostface could have a really nice rapport.
I disagree.
No,
because the whole allure of a character like Michael, and I think even Jason Voorhees, is the mask and the not knowing element. There's a mystery even to that,
right?
Where Ghostface, we're always unmasking Ghostface by the end of it because there is an actual narrative.
Right. There's it's always someone you know.
Right, but what about a story? What about a story where you don't know which of the fucking Ghostface killers it is?
No, I'm still not on board. I think that's just not for me. That's not it.
They said it in the Scream 1, where they're like talking about movies and stuff like that. You're starting to come off as a Wes Carpenter person, which is putting Wes Craven and John Carpenter together. That's how you're coming off.
Yeah.
You're starting to sound like a really cheesy Wes Carpenter film right
now.
But I'd still watch the shit at.
Next Halloween, we're doing these battles.
I would love. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Yeah, we could do something like that. What do you give the film?
So,
or you got a question?
I give the movie a 5 out of 10 because to me it was neither here nor there. It was at times it was fun because it was the fun killing, but then at times I was like, this is pretty bad. So, like, from a story standpoint, all that bullshit. Granted, I understand the horror genre, and I understand that not all of these movies have to have this incredible plot.
This one was basically just let's
literally a guy that can't die and
like
just kills
that
people.
opening sequence when he's killing the firefighters. That was a good time. That was a real good time.
Yeah. No. Again, that's why it got a 5 for me. It's not bad because I had a good time watching it. I would be lying to say if I didn't.
Equipment that would have been a good episode.
I don't need to watch it again. Is my thing, which is why it has a 5.
I'm gonna hop on that with you. I watched it again just because I want to see what I missed and all that.
Right.
When it comes down to it, when it comes to Halloween season, which we just got out of, I'm watching the original. I'm watching the Rob Zombie one, and I'm probably watching H2O. Those are the only 3 of these that I think are rewatchable. The second one's okay, but out of all of them, like that, those are the only ones that have any rewatchability out of 12 or 13 films. That's what I think. Gabriel, what do you think?
Yeah.
Look, we'll just wrap this up really quick because we got to. All right, so obviously, in my opinion, this movie was absolute trash. But
Sure,
that absolute trashness, it doesn't mean. How do I even say this? I guess I am tired. I thought the movie was absolute trash, but only because it was succeeding at what it was supposed to be doing. Like, they just made another classic run-of-the-mill cliche slasher movie for the Halloween holiday that they knew was an easy check because the title of the movie is literally the fucking holiday in the month it came out in.
That's the beauty of
it. It's easy. It's easy cash. It's shameless in its approach. The ending where they're literally like 20 men have Michael on the ground, yet he still gets up on bath salts and just fucks everyone up. I was like, I'm out.
Bro, he just can't be killed. He's immortal. That was like a solid WWE storyline. That's like we've seen Undertaker and Kane do that. We've seen Undertaker and Kane do that a million times. It's great. We love it every time.
You know how many times Undertaker has taken multiple chair shots and is laying flat in the ring and then just goes.
It's not immortal. It's just the director going, we have to make another one, so keep him alive.
We knew that.
Like, it's just like fine. But I will say that the film is custom made for its specific audience. It's made for those Halloween fans. Yeah. It's made for those slasher movie fans. There was no gratuitous, super extreme female violence, which we all know something I hate about these movies, and this one didn't have it. This movie to me was a comedy. I actually really had a good time watching it with everyone. It knows it's funny. It just like that stupid ass cop like shooting, and like Michael's just like popping and walking down the stairs, like just avoiding like every gunshot, and I'm just like, that's hilarious, and you know it's hilarious. So Fico, contrary to your suspicions, I would actually give this Halloween movie for the fans I would also give it a 6. I would give it a 6 because it's just
success. It's still better. It's
a Halloween movie. It's a Halloween movie, and if you just want to go see during the month of October some dumbass, slashy, hilarious tropes in slasher movies. Go see this shit.
Absolutely.
Go see this. And if you want to see a mentally ill person commit suicide for unjust reasons, go see it.
That was the hardest part to watch. I actually felt so bad for that dude.
That was pretty fucked up.
But that's how you know they make a good movie. Attachment to a character that was literally in the film for 2 minutes, and then leapt to his death. Very sad. He was still twitching on the way down.
And if you want to see a movie where absolutely everyone in a town is just completely scientifically unintelligent, yes,
that's the best part about those movies. Like, just how about we just don't go to this town for Halloween? Let's just go away. The whole town. Just go.
The girl who shot herself.
That was just.
The girl who shot herself. I'm like, comedy. This is comedy.
It was hilarious.
No one is that stupid.
It was a hilarious movie.
No one is that stupid. This is a movie that you watch with a big group of people. You have some drinks and you have a laugh.
That's exactly what we did. Because
hey town,
just don't go out.
Hey town, bring in the government if you can't. If your cops can't.
For Christ's sake, it's been happening since 19.
Maybe bring in the army.
This has been going on.
What's the National Guard?
Now you just have somebody.
Where's the National Guard? Maybe when you starting October 1st, bring in the National Guard.
Write to your senators.
Yeah.
Have some elections. Get new government. Get a new mayor. I don't know if this is it. I don't know if your trajectory is the right way.
He can't kill everybody. He can't. He just doesn't have the time. So, do better. Just do better as a town. Do better. You know what? Just do better. That being said, great film, hilarious.
If you see him, hey cops, whip out the bazooka, the rocket launcher. Whip out something stronger.
No, if there's 20 of you on the street, hold him down. Go get a chainsaw and make sure the head's cut off.
Never works.
I have
chop the head off.
In Scott Evil fashion, I have a chainsaw in my room. I'll go get it. Look, we'll do it together. Slice, boom, done.
You just don't get it, dude.
Yeah.
You just don't get them.
So that's Halloween.
That's Halloween.
Halloween. Halloween Kills. It's I think streaming on Peacock. We don't get paid for this, but we have to just tell you our fans where.
No, that's absolutely that's reasonable.